I'm not gonna lie, I started playing this game because it looked pretty. Hence the 32 screenshots I took of Kira while playing this game. Oh yeah, then there was also this. It's hilarious how he just looks so scared that I was taking a picture. But anyways, about the game. It takes place right before Kiryu made a deal to protect his orphanage, which consisted of faking his death and working as an agent for the Daidoji faction. And so, they're keeping a close eye on everything he does. I'm gonna say a spoiler for Infinite Wealth in 5 seconds. Kiryu has cancer, and honestly I'm not surprised.
You know we don't allow that in the car.
Should have had another. I had the chance for it. The taste of freedom.
Of course, Kiryu seems dissatisfied with the deal he made about being dead and not being able to hang out with all of his loved ones, so he gets a little feisty.
I faked my death and gave up my old life, even my own name. All you're doing is paying for my meals. Who are you to lecture me about sitting around?
And a handler of the Daidoji faction responds with, "Remember your orphanage? I can kill all your children." This translates into, "I'm stronger than children, and that makes me feel rad." So, for Kiryu's next mission as a Daidoji agent, he has to stand and look beautiful around a bunch of other Daidoji agents while they transport goods.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
I'm not going anywhere. Just stretching my legs.
Don't abandon your post like that. I'm covering this area. Get back where you belong.
Right.
Same old story. No matter how great you are, age turns us all into miserable old bastards. Even the Dragon of Dojima.
This turns into a battle for no good reason, and of course Kiryu wins. But Hanawa breaks it up. Well, actually, he broke up nothing. He only stopped Kiryu from breaking up this guy's pinky toe. But as they waited for the truck to come and take the goods, Hanawa pretended he could give a supportive pep talk.
All of the people I've cared about, their lives are tied to the Tojo clan. For all that to go up in smoke, I still can't believe it's real.
I don't think this will come as any consolation, but... The days when yakuza could go strutting around in the open are over. I think the Tojo clan was destined to disappear no matter what. Inevitably, the Omi alliance pushing in from Kansai will suffer the same fate as well. It's only a matter of time.
You were right.
About what?
That was no consolation.
1 minute later, a truck arrived and everything and everyone was on fire. And Kiryu was downright bored.
You just had to show up uninvited.
Meanwhile, Hanawa walked up in the middle of everyone burning to death and begging for mercy, and looked in the truck and thought, "That's odd, there's nothing in the truck."
Aniki, we got Hanawa!
Kiryu steps in and says, "Hold on a minute, you guys aren't wanting to smuggle gold, you're wanting to smuggle Hanawa!" But he sees Kiryu's beautiful eyes and instantly knows who he was.
What do you want?
No fucking way. Kiryu.
You literally cannot put on glasses and expect no one to know who you are. At this point, you're just wearing one of these. Kiryu fought the men and got Hanawa back to safety, and the next day, this happened.
Kiryu.
What is it?
Don't worry about it.
Kiryu, I admire your ability to not jump to conclusions, but might have realized you're still alive. He should be. Never mind, Kiryu. You're right. He might have not realized that it was you if he instantly developed Alzheimer's afterwards. Kiryu and Hanawa started talking about who could have set them up yesterday, and Hanawa thinks that Mr. X was trying to abduct him. Hanawa also believes that given the tattoos, perhaps the attackers were from the Siri clan, and wants Kiryu to check it out. So we find ourselves in Yokohama, which I'm always excited to see because it reminds me of Kafka and his story in Like a Dragon, and how much I loved that game, and how it was actually the first Yakuza game I ever played. Anyways, while walking the streets of Yokohama, Kira runs into a kid that's sad because he got a soccer ball stuck in a tree, so naturally I took a selfie in front of the crying child. But afterwards came to a part that I hated. Helping the child. Particularly because Kiryu has spy gadgets. Like, what is that? Am I playing Spider-Man for the PS5 or Yakuza? I mean, it's called the Spider Agent Gadget. Eventually, Kiryu starts getting followed by Mr. X. But don't worry, Kiryu has a plan.
We ain't gonna hurt you. Just come with us nice and quiet. We already know who you are. Had a feeling your death was a pile of horseshit. Kiryus-san.
I don't know what you're talking about. You must be thinking of someone else.
We've been over this. We have been over this. Understandably, they get fed up with his Perry the Platypus act and decide to kill him. And after Kiryu inevitably beats them half an inch from a dust particle, the silly guy reveals that he was the one trying to kidnap Hanawa so that he could get information about where Kiryu was held up because the Omi Alliance wanted to know.
So the Omi Alliance coordinated last night's attack in order to locate Kazuma Kiryu.
Yeah, but they tracked down the wrong person. They mistook me for this Kiryu guy.
I wasn't born yesterday. Look, I'm just trying to do the job they handed to me.
How very interesting. I hope you know we won't let you go until you tell us who put you up to this.
Doing the interrogation all by yourself? Hanawa-san.
So what if I am?
Because that mean you're the only one stuck on Kiryu-san. Sound about right.
What's that supposed to mean? Just what are you?
I saw it all! That black van just ran right into that car!
That Hanya mask.
Fuck this! Let's go!
You're coming with us, Kiryu-san. As a matter of fact, you're gonna be giving us a little help.
I'm not Kiryu. But if it's a fight you want, I'll give it to you.
Now I hear you. Those Daidoji boys have got you tight by the balls, don't they? If you want, we can make them loosen that grip on you.
You what?
Shishido. Deal with him. He's the only one from Daidoji here right now.
You have no problem killing people, do you?
Neither do you, Kiryu. Of course, Kiryu ends up fighting him until the silly man says, "Come with us or I will kill Hanawa," and then Hanawa hits him with the "I will kill all your children if you try to save my life," and gets the bonk. Kiryu is then told to meet up with the silly man later, unless he wants the guy that's so eager to kill all his children dead. Not long after, a man appears saying that he has authority over Kiryu now that Hanawa is gone, and takes Kiryu's phone, making him beg for his phone back so he can know when the kidnappers want to meet up with him, so he can save Hanawa's life. This leads to fighting a man with an umbrella and a man with I don't even know how to explain what this is. Eventually leading up to encountering and fighting the phone takeaway man. But beforehand, he tells Kiryu he's made an enemy of the Daidoji, and Kiryu explains why he wants to save Hanawa.
Even when a yakuza put a gun to his head, Hanawa told me not to bother saving him. Wanted me to prioritize myself and the people I care about over his own life. If I turn my back on him and become your lapdog, what would I have left?
Your children? But nonetheless, Kiryu did this to the man.
Discombobulate.
Afterwards, Kiryu proceeds to get a convenient phone call from the kidnapping man.
Did your phone die?
Yeah, it's on now.
Thought maybe you turned your back on Hanawa-san.
I take it he's alive?
Yup. Ain't gonna go and kill a valuable hostage. Make sure to come to the place I'm about to tell you. It's called Survive. It's a joint in Ijincho's bar district. I'll be waiting there for you. And make sure to come alone.
Of course. But it'll be some time before I arrive.
Truth is, Kiryu needed to make Brown in the toilet before meeting up with him, but after 47 minutes he did. He offered a deal to Kiryu where he would tell Kiryu why he's after him if he would just agree to doing something he has literally no information about. And in return, he will fake his death one more time, but to the Daidoji so he can be free and visit his kids whenever he wants. But in order for this to work, he would have to kill Hanawa. To which Kiryu said,
I see. Sounds like a solid plan.
Now we're speaking the same language.
Sure. We would be if I were actually Kazuma Kiryu.
Well, sitting here staring at each other's getting us nowhere.
What's that supposed to be?
Just what it looks like. A red tiger.
Yeah, and I'm asking you what it means.
This tiger led him to a woman with a computery room.
What do you think? Welcome to my lovely office. Feel free to use it as you like, till we head to the venue I mentioned.
The exterior is somewhat misleading.
Well, if I glitz things up, I'd just become a target. I deal with plenty of creeps on the job. Always pays to be careful.
You said you were a jack of all trades. Is one of those trades organized crime?
That's real funny coming from the guy with the red tiger.
Don't burp at that! This kind of ended up turning into a Tom Nook kind of situation. Except not pay loans and more help people who can't pay loans that were kidnapped and put in overly small rooms.
I heard you're keeping homeless people here.
During all this, Kiryu ended up finding himself going to a cabaret club that felt really real, and getting a drone that I may have used a little too much, but just like a tiny little bit too, just a little bit, just not really that much, but just kind of like a really tiny. And he also met an innocent old lady that gave him cigarettes. What in the world was that? Eventually, after doing enough work for Akame, Kiryu got to see that the red tiger was a ticket into a coliseum to prove himself to Kidnapping Man.
What name will you be registering under?
Doryu.
Understood.
There you go. Now you're on standby. You know, you should probably lose the glasses when you get to the ring, don't you think?
That won't work for me.
How come? Don't want people to see your face?
Exactly. I'll need a disguise. Gotta find one somewhere.
Excuse me, Joryu-sama. May I have a moment? Shishiro-sama from the Watase family told me to give this to you.
Ooh, what's this? A present?
As I understand it, yes.
That bastard.
The Coliseum was full of people pretending to be Yakuza from Kiryu's past, like this Watase-ish man, and this Kazuma Kiryu-esque man, and this guy, which I can't explain why, but I'm sure he stinks. I just kinda ended up killing him with only drones. Just a little bit, sort of. Just a tiny bit. Just like a really tiny amount. And of course, it didn't take long before Kiryu won and got the location of Hanawa.
You already know why I'm here. Where's Hanawa?
You'll find him on the top floor with Captain Surino. But first, we're gonna make you feel real welcome. Wouldn't want to be rude.
With bats and iron pipes, no less. You know, it's hard not to be disappointed by such a skimpy welcome party.
And so, I beat them with mostly drones, and a plant. I'm not even sure why anybody fights Kiryu, because it looks like he broke his ankle just kicking him. After Kiryu broke his ankle with his wrist as shown in the previous image, he reveals that the reason he was going after Kiryu was because his boss Watase wants to disband the Tojo clan and the Omi alliance, and they would like Kiryu's help because it's gonna be some chaos. Kiryu pretty much just said no and gave him a free iPhone and left. And then some man that looks like this gave Kiryu new shoes. And I returned back to the Coliseum because Kiryu is a beautiful model and I want to dress him up. And after Akame screamed at me even though we were 4 feet away from each other,
Over here!
Hanawa called and wanted to meet up with me because, well, he kidnapped the kidnapper and wanted to talk, so I did. And he had the same reaction as Akame.
Joryu, over here. We haven't been too rough with him. But of course, I can't promise that will continue to be the case.
Did you get anything out of him?
No. Nothing more than what you and I already know.
Glad to see you back safely, Hanawa.
I know this is the part when I'm supposed to say, "The nerve of this guy! I'm glad you're safe, Hanawa," when he wanted to kill him? But I'm actually more interested on what this guy found on the wall because he won't stop staring at it. Not long after, their boss started a Zoom call about how Kiryu's real identity is out there, thanks to the mess with the kidnapping man. It also seems he had some difficulty setting up his camera because it cut off most of his face during the call. But Kiryu did a pretty good job at containing his laughter.
If he cannot maintain his end of the agreement, we would have no obligation to maintain ours. Don't you agree, Kiryu-san?
However, the ultimate point of the Zoom call was to tell Kiryu to kill everyone that found out about his identity. And of course, Hanawa reminds Kiryu that they will kill his children if he says no.
Hold on now! You haven't heard all I know yet!
Can it, Surino? We have had enough of your yakuza shit show. For a lifetime. You understand, Joryu. You get this one chance to prove your loyalty.
It's the only way forward. Unfortunately.
Damn.
It must be cinched on there real tight. That collar they got around your neck.
Joryu!
Everyone back up. Tsuruno, you're getting out of here. You'll be safe once you make it outside of the building. Your Omi crew's out there, staking out the place.
You're really fucked now, Joryu.
What the hell, Tsuruno? Go!
Kiryu then proceeded to repeat this action until they fainted.
Please, you must hang up the phone. You're trying to reach Morning Glory Orphanage, aren't you? Did you plan to tell the children to run? It's too late for that. I never wanted things to turn out like this, but you forced my hand, Kiryu-san. Daidoji agents are already in position. In Okinawa, outside of Morning Glory. There are as many agents as there are children.
So, does that mean they couldn't fight the children unless they were equal numbers? Hanawa was forced to kill Kiryu, but his hands were shaking so much that he could have gotten a whole 2 play coins if he had his 3DS on him. So, gathering all of his courage, he said, "No." And just then the boss rolled up and said, "You got pranked!" and proceeded to give Hanawa 50 billion monies. Also said, "We won't watch your orphanage anymore, but you have to serve the Watasi family." So ultimately, everything was decent. And afterwards, I proceeded to murder 30 men at once with my new shoes. And I also casually became Walter White, and tortured some innocent people with drones. And may or may not have gotten some instant karma for doing so. Help some kid get his tooth off the roof.
What?
And experience other things like deciding how many egg I would like to purchase, and witnessing whatever the hell this was supposed to be. And finally harassed more people with my drones. And to clarify, no, Kiryu did not lose an eye. I just couldn't let the Majima getup go unnoticed. I'm gonna mention my guy any chance I get. However, in other news, Kiryu got a phone call from Kidnapping Man to meet him at the castle. Ignoring that umbrella, he starts to tell Kiryu how Watase plans to disband the Omi Alliance by just randomly saying it on a stage. And here, Kiryu says it won't take much for that room to explode like a powder keg. But I read it as a powder egg.
Why would Watase do something like that?
Huh. What, you think you can just send them all an email?
You've got mail. Goodbye.
What? Why are you doing this, Captain? What do you think?
I see your point.
That's why we gotta get more people on our side in the room when it goes down. Gotta take down some of our tougher opponents beforehand, too.
Sure, but who'd take your side on something like this?
Daigo Dojima, Goro Majima.
After hearing that name, everything else just kind of became like a blur, but ultimately it went like something Kasuga's boss is helping with this too, but adult male in blue didn't want this to happen. Another adult male, but he's uncanny and in a speedo. Kiryu fights the adult male in blue and finds out that he has a rash. And he goes to reveal Kiryu's identity, knock him out. No one will notice, insult a man's haircut.
What's your deal, fuckface? Running your mouth with that dumbass haircut.
My hair's dumb?
You're a hero. With a shit haircut.
And ultimately just kind of get out after that. And have one of my favorite Yakuza moments, which so happens to be the most obnoxious, money-splurging, fun event with the boys. AKA spend $30 million in one night with the hope to lure out the adult male in blue.
The name's Joryu, and I'd like a round for everyone here. On me.
Huh? No way! That's so cool!
I want everyone to have a good time tonight. I've got cash to burn.
The name's Joryu. Let's live it up tonight, Sotenbori!
Not bad at all.
However, they're relatively highly priced. If I may ask, what's your spending budget?
I've got the money. That won't be a problem.
Oh my.
Drinking away 30 million is no small feat. So come on, do your part.
How can you say no, Cap? Let's drink to that. Ooh, fuck me, bottoms up. All of you ready for this? Hell yeah! Tonight, indulge in all the filthiest shit you ever dreamed of. We're making it rain all night long. Cheers! Cheers!
That was amazing!
Much obliged, Joryu Aniki.
Joryu's the man! If we want to attract attention, we need chicks. Let's find some hot ones and flaunt them around town.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Got some girls in mind?
Listen up, bitches. Go hit up some clubs and round up women. Only the most popular girl from each place. Yes, sir!
Didn't work, so they ended up losing patience and stole his boat and sent him a selfie as proof to assert dominance.
What are you trying to pull, asshole?
And, well, let me just say, don't wear the Majima eye patch for the showdown scene with the adult male in blue.
You guys get out of the Omni, tearing itself apart from the inside.
What do we get? Well, the castle was a nice, shiny prize. Captain Sereno was mighty pleased, too.
But that wasn't the goal, was it? And if you wanted money, the Watase family's already ranking it in. Whatever you wanted. Guess you wanted it bad enough to make an enemy out of the Kijin clan. It's late in the game, huh? And it doesn't even have shit to do with Kazuma Kiryu being alive. Right, Kiryu? Enough with the charade. Show me your whole face. I knew it!
That man is no different than Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Anyways, Kira proceeds to beat him up, but is persistent on saving him from the burning building because he has a don't kill code, even though he just blew up 5 guys with a cigarette from a senior citizen.
Thanks.
So his friend tells him to get the door, but as he's doing that, he's committing pokey. Well, all the while, Kiryu's just flabbergasted at how someone could possibly just murder. It's then revealed that that was the plan all along, and it had been kept a secret from Kiryu. So he shakes his boss asking why, and well, I mean, he had a reason, I just don't feel like explaining it. However, eventually he asked for forgiveness for deceiving Kiryu in such a horrible way, and I mean, like, I want to forgive him, but, like, what are these options? After all that was cleared up, Watase was let out of prison, so it would just be fine to disband the Omi Alliance and the Tojo clan, right? Surely nothing wrong would happen now, right? Wrong. Pokemon started threatening to upload this conversation as a YouTube short while picking his ear and calling them rats. And adult male in blue also appeared and revealed that they didn't want them to disband. So Kiryu gave Pokemon a Disney villain death. Sorry, I forgot about his code. Disney villain stumble. And the adult blue male poked Watase and then became a victim of vehicular manslaughter.
Watase, how's your wound holding up?
Oh, it's only the worst pain I've ever felt. I'll try to keep a straight face.
And so, Watase proceeded to give them mail.
You've got mail. Goodbye.
Watase! Oh, shit! Watase!
What the? I knew you weren't really gone!
So he's finally back.
The Dragon of Dojima.
Watase, how did you find him?
Who, him? I don't know what you're talking about. He's just some extra muscle. Some bodyguard I hired. Couldn't even tell you his name.
Leave this part to me. You guys worry about the front line. I'll protect the back even if it costs me my life.
I don't know who you are, but you sure know how to make an entrance.
Things kind of got out of hand. Kasuga lost his shirt and just started screaming. Majima wouldn't let go of this poor man's hair, and Kiryu thought Kasuga was impressive and wanted to make him the next Dragon of Dojima whilst he fell. And everyone couldn't take their eyes off of Kiryu because he looked so incredibly pretty. But no one saw how adorable Majima looked while they were looking at Kiryu. But to make up for the absence of Majima, I'm gonna leave this next part uncut.
And that was way, way easier than I thought it would be. Kind of a letdown, huh?
You say that, but this shit's exhausting. Felt like I'd lose my damn lunch.
Still, guess this really is the end, huh? The Omi and the Tojo are done like dinner. Smell you later, guys. Oh, I know! How about a party to celebrate, huh? Could really go for some tripe right about now. Of course, we can't forget to bring Mr. Bodyguard along.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Oh, come on, just a few drinks? You know, I never bought it. The whole thing about you dying and all was a load of bullshit. Kiryu-chan.
You've got the wrong guy. Sorry, but I've never met you.
The hell? Look me in the eye and tell me you expect me to keep playing along with this shit.
I'm not asking you to do anything for me. You can move on and forget about it once I'm gone.
Yeah, whatever. I'll go along with your little charade for now, okay? So no leaving. My heart can't take it.
Huh.
Huh? What's that?
Shishido. You're still standing?
If Luce could kill, we'd be in trouble about now.
So he hasn't learned his lesson. Guess it's on me to teach it.
Hey, you didn't finish the job? Why not, you gun soft?
That or he's one hell of a cockroach.
You're not getting off that easy. Not while I'm still sucking air. If you want to fuck with the Omi Alliance, I'm pushing back till I'm dead in the ground.
It's over, Shishido. Cut the crap. This is freaking pathetic, man.
You stay the fuck out of the way, traitor. Shishido.
Cornered animal at this point. Don't look like he's got anything left to lose.
What are you doing, Majima? Get the fuck off me!
Is that the best you got? Look at me. I'm still kicking assholes. And not just me. The whole Omi Alliance. Ain't that right?
Stubborn shit like this here. That's what the Omi was best at.
Watase-san, you're hurt.
Boss!
Guess before we go to the cops, I gotta change again, huh?
Now listen here. If we don't kill these bastards right now, the yakuza are done for good. You okay being crushed by rats? Dying on the ground? With all the pride of a soggy napkin?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
These guys aren't gonna back down. Not until they've given it every last thing they've got.
Today, the Tojo clan goes out with a bang!
What's up with these guys?
I gotta say, it was fun to fight beside all my favorite guys, but what was the most fun was how hard this scene hit when Kiryu went to fight the Pokemon all by himself whilst his friends fight off everyone else.
You may have fucked everything sideways showing up here and raising hell, but at least I'll get to kill you myself. And once that's done, those little shits are next.
You want to rattle me so bad you can taste it. But doesn't change the fact that this ends right here. No matter how many bullshit threats you throw at me.
Ha! All done then? Doesn't change shit. Think I give a shit about some legendary yakuza? All you fucks! I'll murder every one of you! Ah!
I gotta say, this fight was so incredibly hyped up. It was easily one of my favorite endings in video game history, actually, and truly felt like a send-off to Kiryu's story, having all of his friends fight beside him, and, well, simply just how awesome everything is. I mean, Majima is here, and also Majima, but we're not going to talk about how many quality eggs I needed to use to survive this boss fight.
Think I buckle, motherfucker? Are you assholes looking at? The Omi Alliance disbands as of today. For all your kicking and screaming, you couldn't stop the boss or the Tojo clan. We won.
You put up a good fight. I'll give you that. Time to go. Nothing more for us here.
What to say?
Come on, get in. I'll give you guys a lift.
I brought you another change of clothes, Watase-san.
Thoughtful as ever. Thanks for that.
Of course. I think you'll fit. Might be a little tight, though.
Well, got some guts, don't you? Trying to pull a fast one at a daidoji.
Pretty slick for a two-bit thug. Personally, I'd end you right here and be done with it. But you'll make a fine agent, so you can keep your life. You're gonna be on a damn short leash till the day you die. But don't worry. Nishitani will be there too, so you won't be lonely.
No!
After all that, Hanawa let Kiryu borrow his tablet to see the children at his orphanage had found some cameras at his gravesite and suspected he was alive. So he started profusely snotting and drooling on Hanawa's tablet to a repulsive extent, and then gave the tablet back to him, and decided to take off to Hawaii before he dies of cancer, to go to the church where he and his wife were going to get married before she died, before Hanawa could ask him to wipe his tablet with a disinfected wipey. So, yeah, ultimately that was the man who erased his name. And even though it was the shortest in the series, there was some unforgettable and some incredibly awesome moments in it. These Yakuza games always remain to be consistent, high-quality, serious, and meaningful with important messages, but always fun and silly, and that's what I adore about Yakuza. It remains to have serious subjects, but still have some comedy and silliness in it too, and that's just the recipe for life. You always need a little laugh and some silly in life. Sure, things may get hard or difficult, but fun and enjoyment is what makes life so sweet. So don't forget to take some time to smile and smell the roses, so to speak, and get some time for yourself, no matter how busy you are, to have fun. Remember, you're meant to smile, so do it. So with all that said, take care of yourselves, have a decent day, and stay determined. Out of the way.